What's up, KFG crew and KFG Kings? This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll give you guys my AEW Dynamite review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on notification bell every time I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. Let's go over AEW Dynamite review on highlights. Now, AEW Dynamite was a good show. That's all I gotta say. The June 22nd episode of AEW Dynamite is shaping up to be an eventful show. In the likely main event, Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi will face Chris Jericho and Lance Archer, plus Malachi Black will battle Penta in a All Atlantic Championship qualifying match. Elsewhere on the show, Bryan Danielson will address Forbidden Doors. Fans will hear from Christian Cage, and Tony Storm will take on Maria Shafir. We kicking things off with the in-ring segment. Bryan Danielson comes to the ring to address Forbidden Doors and Blood and Guts. He says this week is a great week to be an AEW fan and a wrestling fan. He brings up Forbidden Door and says it will be hosted by the two best wrestling companies in the world. He then brings up Blood and Guts and calls it a bloody spectacle. Bryan Danielson says he's excited for the violence. He then says he was expecting to be a part of both events. He revealed that Chris Jericho paid Zack Sabre Jr. to face Bryan Danielson in a match, hoping to prove that he was the best wrestler in the world. Bryan Danielson says he was excited to get revenge at Blood and Guts, but he has good news and bad news. The bad news is that due to the injuries he suffered in Archie at the arena, he's not clear to compete at Forbidden Door or Blood and Guts. He says he'll be back as he suffered plenty of injuries before. Danielson says the good news is that Eddie Kingston has called him a judgmental prick, and he's right because he has really high standards. So when he promised that something is going to be amazing, it will be. Bryan Danielson says he found the one person he trusts takes his place at Forbidden Door and Blood and Guts, and everyone will as astounded by what he does in AEW. He says he will reveal their identity yet, so fans will find out on Sunday. He calls himself the best technical wrestler in the world, and Sabre Jr. confronts him. In a promo, Jon Moxley discussed his feud with the Jericho Appreciation Society and previews Blood and Guts. He also talks about his clash with Hiroshi Tanahashi and says it may be business tonight, but to be personal on Sunday. So we get Orange Cassidy and Roppongi Vice, Trent Beretta and Ricky Romero versus Will Ospreay and Ozzy Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher. Okay, now this was a good match. This was good. Romero starts the bout with Mark Davis and tags in Trent. Roppongi Vice double teams him. Davis gains the upper hand, but Trent fires up and tags Cassidy. Freshly squeezed Josh kicks him, and Roppongi Vice gangs up on him. Cassidy and Romero dive onto the outside, but they get caught and slammed as United Empire take control. Ospreay drives Beretta with a backbreaker and grounds him. The trio isolates him and controls the match. Beretta rallies and suplexes Fletcher. Cassidy tags in and kicks Ozzy open as only he can. He drops Fletcher with a hurricanrana and stares down Ospreay, his opponents at Forbidden Door. Romero takes down Ospreay with a hurricanrana. Romero, Cassidy, and Beretta dive onto their opponent. Romero Romero hits a diving kick on Osprey, and Cassidy gets a 2 count with a splash. Cassidy hits the Stun Dog $1 million. Romero tags in and squares off with Davis. Ozzy opens double team him, but he rallies the match breaks down into chaos as bodies are flying. Roppongi Vice drops Fletcher with a knee strike. Osprey breaks up a strong zero attempt. Romero dives onto Osprey and Beretta plants Davis with a DDT. Cassie nails the orange punch on Fletcher for the win. The winner of the match were Punky Vice and Orange Cassidy. This was a good tag team match. Alright, Jeff Cobb and Greg O'Con come to ringside to check on their stablemates. United Empire moves to attack, but FTR comes down to even the odds. Backstage, Jay Lethal, Stanham, Sign, and Sanjay Dutt discuss their recent success. Jay Lethal says he wants to win the Ring of Honor World Television Championship, but due to that Samoa Joe needs to come back to work, he tells Joe he can either defend the title or vacate it. Alright, let's move on. So we get the in-ring segment, Christian Cage. 1 week after he turned on Jurassic Express, Cage is asked about his betrayal. Christian Cage says he wasn't going to let Jungle Boy get away with eliminating him from the Casino Battle Royal last year. He admits that it's a little petty, but he was more upset at the fans' reaction when he got eliminated. Christian Cage says he's a legend who deserves respect. He says Jungle Boy cost him a roller bonus and a fast track on a world title shot. He admitted that he took to the cesspool of social media, especially in the wrestling corner of it. Kay says the fans don't know anything and calls himself one of the best to ever step in the ring. Cage then says that he figured he hit his raging to Jungle Boy and ride it out so he could make money while doing minimal work. He says that he's not in AEW in elevate younger talent or help the next generation. He's here to make money. Christian Cage gives some advice for free because the fans can't afford it. He even recommends having a match that people care about longer than 1 week. The type of match that changed the industry. The type of match that named pay-per-views after. Until then, everyone else can eat his crumbs. He says he's going to get the money Jungle Boy owns him. He also says Jungle Boy doesn't have the killer instinct. Cage says now he has to get his hands dirty. The video screen plays Christian Cage cursing out Jungle Boy's family. In response, he says Jungle Boy's mom was a little sweet on him, and she wanted to be his dad. Cage says Jungle Boy had a father, and he's dead. He says if he was alive, he'll be embarrassed and ashamed of Jungle Boy. Cage tells Jungle Boy to enjoy his early retirement. Alright, Luchasaurus comes to the ring and confronts Cage. He grabs him by the throat, and Cage says, "Remember what happened to Marco?" Cage tells Luchasaurus he likes his son to him and they need to talk in private. Cage hugs him and proceed to walk away with him. Backstage, the Young Bucks alongside Kyle Riley discussed their title win. They said they created the key to the Forbidden Door, so it's a safe bet they'll be at the show. Kyle Riley says Hikaru Hikuleo and El Patamo will team up with the Young Bucks to face Sting and his Coney at Forbidden Door. So we get the AEW Atlantic Championship qualifying match. Penta versus Malachi Black. This was a quick match. The two rivalries square off and start trading blows. Penta blasts Malachi Black with a kick and dives onto him at ringside. He continues to control the pace with a backstabber and a sling blade. Black kicks Penta's leg and slams him into the barricade. He takes control for a minute. Both men are down, and Penta rallies with a fury of offense. Black nails Penta with a back heel kick and pins him for the win. The winner of the match, Malachi Black. Alright. Pac comes to the ring and confronts Black. Miro appears on the video screen and vows to drag the Penguins and the bastard through the forbidden door so he can redeem them all. In a promo, Wallow says he's always gets what he wants and he wants the TNT Championship. He tells Scorpio Sky that once he's healed, he'll gladly welcome him to Wallow's world. So we get Hangman Adam Page versus Silas Young. This was pretty good. Adam Cole joins the broadcast team for the match. Page and Young lock up and fill each other out. They match each other step for step, and Page gains the upper hand. Page floors Young with a clothesline at ringside and dives onto him with a moonsault. Hangman is in control, but Young snaps him over the ropes. He hits a running senton and slams Page into the corner. The veteran suplexes him and grounds the former champion. Hangman fires up and drops Young with a superplex. The two competitors trade blows, and Hangman slams Young over his head. Page dives onto Young's outside the ring. Young hits the combination backbreaker / clothesline. Page dumps him with a German suplex, but suplexing hits the buckshot Larry for the win. The winner of the match, Hangman Adam Page. Alright, after the match, Cole says it's story time, but IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Jay White interrupts him. He says that as the catalyst of professional wrestling, he has to make Forbidden Door such a big as it can be. White says while he would love to make it, but Bullet Club and the Undisputed Elite can't be his opponent. White points out that Hangman beat Cole twice. Switchblade says he knows everyone wants to know who he'll face at Forbidden Doors. He get in the ring and says it will be Hangman. Page slaps the microphone out of his hand, and Page starts punching him. Cole runs to the ring and tries to join the action. Page entirely fights him off, but Cole hits him below the belt. While White beats up Page, and Cole grabs the title. He's seemingly preparing to hit White with it, but White turns around before Cole can hit Page with the title. Kazuchika Okada makes the save and attacks both White and Cole. Alright, Okada and Page fight them off. White escapes when Okada goes for the Rainmaker. Okada stares down Page and shifts his attention to White. Backstage, Jay Cargill, Kira Hogan, and Stokely Hathaway reveal that Red Velvet is injured, so they're looking for a new baddie. Alright. In an interview, Athena alongside Chris Statlander tells Cargill to cut the you know what and make it clear she's ready for the TBS champion. Alright, so we get Tony Storm versus Maria Shafir with Nyla Rose. This was a squash match. Tony Storm and Shafir feel each other out early on. Shafir gains the upper hand early on and grounding the fan favorite. Tony Storm rallies, but her surge of offense is squashed by a stiff kick. Rose crushed Storm with a Senton, and every side. Shafir continues to control the match. Storm fires up and trade blows with Shafir. The former MMA fighter slams Tony Storm onto the floor at ringside and gets dropped with a DDT. Storm suplex Shafir and hits a hip attack. Rose distracts Storm, but the fan favorite still rolls up Shafir for the win. The winner of the match, Tony Storm. That was a squash match. Rose and Shafir attack Tony Storm after the match until Thunder Rosa makes the save. Tony Storm hits Rose with the title and recularly gives it back to Rose. Give it back to Rosa. Backstage, Darby Allin says the Undisputed Elite saw what he did to Sting could do. He says Kyle O'Reilly is just too scared to show up at Forbidden Door. He names Shinjo Takagi and Hiromu Tanahashi as their partners for their match against the Young Bucks and El Pantasomo and Hikuleo. Alright. Andrade El Idolo and Ray Phoenix discuss their looming clash on AEW Rampage. Alright, so we get the main event of the evening. Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Chris Jericho with Sami Zayn and Tay Conti and Lance Archer. I'm gonna say this was pretty good. I'm gonna say this was pretty good. Pretty good main event. Moxley and Tanahashi takes the fight to their opponents. Tanahashi battled Archer in the ring while Moxley brawls with Jericho on the outside. Archer and Jericho gain the upper hand. Tanahashi blasts Jericho with a forearm to the back. Moxley tags in and stretches Jericho. He blasts him with a series of elbows and clotheslines the Wizard over the ropes. Guerrero grabs Moxley and the distraction helps Jericho to take control. Archer tags in and Tucker over Moxley with a shoulder tackle. The big man takes Moxley down with a senton off the apron. Jericho and Archer isolate Moxley. Jericho plants him with a suplex and flex Archer. Archer overpowers him. And with Jericho's help, continue to isolate him. Moxley rallies by blocking a Lion's Heart. Tanahashi tags in and clears house with a furious of offense. He gets a 2 count with a senton and gets another 2 count with an inside cradle. Moxley breaks up the pin after a cold breaker and dives onto Archer at ringside. Tanahashi dodged the Judas effect, but Jericho rolls through a crossbody and locks in the walls of Jericho. Moxley draws Jericho with a cutter. Tanahashi floors Archer with a sling blade. Moxley trades strikes with Lance Archer and hits the Paragon Shift. Tanahashi pins the Murder Hawk Monster with a splash. The winner of the match, Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi. And after the match, Moxley and Tanahashi stare each other down and exchange words after the match. Eddie Kingston attacks Jericho and Wheeler Yuta joins the fight after Guerrero gets involved. The brawl continues and Maro Suzuki comes to ringside. He blasts Yuta with some strikes, and Shota Amano gets involved too. Moxley and Tanahashi keep staring each other down, and the Jericho Appreciation Society comes down to the fight. Continue to spiral. Santana and Ortiz fight the Jericho Appreciation Society, and the show ends with the chaotic battle. And AEW Dynamite goes off the air. Alright, like I said earlier, AEW Dynamite was a good show, and that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on notification bell every time I premiere a brand new video go live on YouTube. So if you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review on highlights, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on notification bell every time I premiere a brand new video go live on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. I'll see you guys tomorrow over there on Twitch for Mortal Kombat 11. So make sure you guys get it a sub over there on Twitch. So that's all I gotta say from there. But anyway, this your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. KFG crew, KFG Kings, Too Sweet. We out of here, gang. And I'm going to premiere this video at 1:00 a.m. So I'll see you guys in my premiere stream. Big Boy Facts Johnny TV, and I'm out of here, gang.